Hi. So my disability was a congenital right upper extremity amputation. And first, I'm just going to tell you about the positive and negatives. So I started at 2 o'clock one afternoon. I decided that I was just going to get it out of the way. So I went to the store, bought an ace bandage, came back, and then I wrapped my arm, well, my right hand, like probably from my fingertips to like right below the elbow. And the first thing I decided to do with this was try to get my shoes on and get and just go out and go for a 3 mile jog. So while on this jog, it wasn't bad. It really wasn't. So you don't use your arm that much when you're jogging, but it's still like it was different. It was a different experience. While on my jog, I passed this family that was just walking around Cuca Lake, and I waved to them, and surprisingly, they like didn't wave back. And usually, when I pass people when I go out for all my jogs on other days, they like wave back. So I wasn't sure if it was just because like the family, or because of like the COVID-19, or if because my arm was wrapped up or not. But it was just different not getting just a quick back when you're running. But so once I got back and I decided to shower, um, I decided to put a Walmart bag over the ace bandage, and then I doubled it. So I had two Walmart bags over it, and that took me about like 3 minutes to wrap my arm. Just in the bags, just to make sure the ace bandage didn't get all wet. Showering was pretty hard. Um, I did not think it was going to be that hard, because I was like, oh, like I wash my hair. I can wash my hair with one hand. It's not that bad. Um, but wow, like turn it on the shower, like get it undressed, like those things were like kind of easy. I just had to be careful so I didn't like rip the bandage off the arm. Um, but when I got in the shower, and the first thing I tried to do was just wash my hair. My bottles aren't the pump ones, and I realized that how am I supposed to open this and pour it into my hand? And I'm just like, it was tricky. I ended up dropping it and spilling some in my shower, but eventually I figured out kinda how to do it. It was really difficult. Um, and then washing with one hand wasn't bad. The conditioner was the same thing, kind of hard to do, but the conditioner comes out like the consistency of it is a bit thicker, so it was kind of easier to hold my hand and just weave through the ends of the hair. Um, and then while I was washing my body with soap with a wash rag, I realized that when I can't reach certain parts of my left arm with my left hand, like all right here in my arm, I couldn't get washed. So I was just thinking like, wow, like one, I wish I had some pump shampoo and conditioner bottles and pump soap. I don't know if they do that, but probably do. Those would be a lot easier to have, and just to what's it called? The long-handled sponge, and if they make a curved one of those, that would be nice, because then I could like twist my arm and try to reach in more places. But yeah, those are some things I thought of. Um, let's see here. The next day I ended up calling my friend, and I'm like, hey, like we're going shopping. I could still drive, but I'm just gonna drive one-handed. So it was driving like wasn't bad. I think the worst part was leaning over just to get my key in and out, and then trying to do the gears because I would have to constantly reach over. Um, but yeah, shopping. We went to Aldi's. The second I got in the Aldi's, I walked in, and right at the front they sell like these plastic like snappable bags that were like a dollar two. I don't know. But so I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Like, look at it. I don't have to get a cart, like dig out a quarter. I could just use this. So right from the start, I couldn't open it. So I had one hand and I was trying to unsnap it all the way across. And I was standing there like towards the door. I didn't stand in the middle of the doorway. I moved over to the side, and I was like trying to put it between my legs, the hold, and then trying to like unsnap it all the way down. And there was a good like 3 or 4 people that walked by and just looked at me and just kept walking. they didn't ask if they could open it for me. They didn't ask like, hey, like, can I help you? Like, or anything. They just looked and kept walking. They're like, oh, she's got it. But I mean, I don't know, like, I didn't expect them to help me, but like, there was like 3 different people who walked by, and not one took just like a second just to ask if you could help, if I wanted help or not. So that was like an eye opener to me. And then when I was cashing out, it was really hard to try to open my purse with my left hand and then open my wallet to get to my card to pay, and then put it all clothes in the purse was the worst. I had ended up having to sit on the counter, like where you would pack your groceries in Aldi's, and sit up there, put the purse in between my legs to stabilize it, and then close it that way. But other than that, like the shopping experience, it was good. It was like very eye-opening. I had to figure out how to hold my bag one way and have it open, so when I grabbed groceries, I could just have them fall right into the bag. So but yeah, this was a very like eye-opening experience. Just having even just sleeping with the H bandage was kind of different. So I'm used to sleeping and then like having my arms flexed, like extended instead of flexed, my wrist. It was just, yeah, I was so ready just to rip the bandage off, and I was like, oh. But yeah, it was also really different to brush my teeth, my hair and teeth with just my left hand, because I never noticed something so simple could just be so much more difficult just with your opposite hand. And I was still able to do it, but it was really an eye-opening experience through all the things, like even cooking, which you're going to read about, even just trying to open cans and carry stuff to the table and cut foods. It's really hard, and I give people a lot of credit who do like only have like one hand and have an opposite limb, like amputee. Like it's really hard, and then I could definitely see like how like people could treat them like what I've experienced. Like it wasn't awful, but like I could imagine like other people just staring at them, commenting on them, not even asking them for help. But I feel like if you drop something, like say if I dropped something and there was nothing wrong with me, people would probably pick it up and say, "Oh, here you go." But if someone like dropped something and my arm was wrapped, they probably just like watch me try to pick it up myself. So I don't know. This was a really good experience. Um, I it really, I don't know. I think it's gonna help me be a better wow, I can't talk. Better OT in the future, because I'm not gonna be able to ever feel how they feel. But now I'm gonna be more aware like what to say and like how to motivate them in sort of ways, and tell them that there's always there's a way we're gonna figure it out, and it might not be easy and you might not want to adapt and modify it, but if you really care about doing this activity that you want to do, like we could find ways to do it. Um, I wish I got to go to class with my disability, but I did try typing with just my left hand, but I mean, it took a little bit longer, but it wasn't too bad. But I couldn't imagine sitting through class not being able to type up some notes with my right hand, so that was interesting. Okay, so the theory that I pulled in class was oh shoot, what was it called? It was the sensory integration, and so I was just thinking about just my arm in general, like while it was wrapped up, like I was kind of guarding and protecting it more. I don't know if that felt like, even though like there's really like nothing wrong with me, like I kind of felt um some different sensory things. Like I was kind of like more aware of my arm, and I like kind of made sure it was close to me. I didn't let it like just hit anything, but um, the ace bandage, like being wrapped up, not being able to move my wrist and fingers, I did not like that. And when I took it off 48 hours later, I went like this and my wrist snapped, and it felt kind of good. But in the end, I'm just really happy about this experience, and I want others to know that it's like gonna be okay. Like it's not gonna be easy either, but if you have great friends and people surrounded by you, and you have a good work ethic and dedication to what you want to do, that you can accomplish it. And I hope that's something everyone could figure out. And then I'm just also, it's eye-opening to me that I use my right hand, not only because it's my dominant hand, but for a lot of things. and just simple things like texting and everything else. And it's just, I should be really more grateful for everything I have and the abilities I have, and just being able to not only use my arms, but just to be able to walk and stuff. We all, I feel, just don't really take those things for granted, and I think that we should appreciate it more and just bring more awareness. But oh yeah, alright. Well, I hope that's enough. I hope you like the photos I took. I did get to go on campus and a few different places, so even with this virus and it being dead out here, so I'm the only one left, but it's all good. And I have 2 thumbs up now. Thank you.